All right, for number 12, we make this a little bit thicker. Have 2 points, and we want a slope-intercept form of a line that passes through these 2 points. So I am going to use this as point 1 and this as point 2. So y2 is 4 minus y1 is negative 2. x1 is 3 minus x2 is negative 1. So I have 6 over 4, which simplifies to 3 over 2. So this is my slope, all right? And now we're going to use the slope and one of the points to find B, the y-intercept. I'm going to choose the second point just because there are no negatives. My y is 4. So remember that we're doing y equal mx plus b. Y is 4. We just determined that m is 3/2, x is 3, and b we do not know, so we leave it as b. So 4 is equal to 9/2 plus b. Subtract 9/2 from both sides. B is equal to, if you do the math, it's going to be equal to negative 1/2. Because 8/2 minus 9/2 is negative 1/2. All right, so we use this information now, and we write y equal mx plus b again. So y is equal to the slope, which is 3/2, x, and the y-intercept, which is negative 1/2. So we look back at our equation, at our problem, and we say, what form of the equation? It wants slope-intercept form. Do we have slope-intercept form? Yes. All right, so now we're going to move on to number 13. Write an equation in standard form for the line whose slope is undefined and passes through negative 6, 4. All right, we know that if the slope is undefined, it's one of those special equations. It's going to be either horizontal or vertical. So I'm going to make a quick sketch of the graph. I know that undefined means vertical, and I'm going to, let me see if I can make my graph a little better than that. That was pathetic. All right. There we go. So negative 6, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's definitely not perfect, but it does not matter. So negative 6, positive 4 would be somewhere right here. And we know that the line is vertical. So we're going to draw it like this. And so we see that it does, in fact, cross the x-axis. So we know it's going to be one of those special equations, either x is equal to something or y is equal to something. But since it touches the x-axis, we know it's x is equal to something. The x value of this point is negative 6. Therefore, that is our equation. It is in standard form because the x is on the left side and the constant term is on the right. Write an equation in point-slope form of a line that has a slope 1/3 and passes through the point negative 2, 8. So it's in point-slope form. So that's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Remember that this is the point that's given, so that's going to be the x1, y1. The slope is here. M is equal to 1/3, and all we have to do is plug everything in. Y minus y1, which is 8, is equal to 1/3 times x minus x1, which is negative 2. All right, but we can rewrite x minus negative 2 is x plus 2. So we're going to replace that and simplify it. And that is our equation, because if we look back up here, it says it wants it in point-slope form. So I don't need to do anything to it. It's already in point-slope form.